Hello everyone, myself Dr. P. Srivastava, and today my lecture on lungs, its anatomy with clinical applied, as well as bronchiality. Lungs is a pair of respiratory organs situated in thoracic cavity, and each lung invaginated the corresponding pleural cavity, and both are separated by the mediastinum. So lungs occupy major portion of the thoracic cavity, and having the space, little space for the heart, and in which heart is tightly held by the lungs, which provide the protection. Oh, now we will come in texture, color, and weight. The texture is spongy in nature. Color in young lungs are brown or gray in color and gradually become mottled black because of the deposition of the inhaled carbon particles. Right. Weight is about the right lung having the 700 gram and left is 650 to 60 gram. It means approximate 100 gram heavier than the left lung. Shape. We will see the shape of the lungs is a conical shape. Now features. So lungs have following features: apex, base, border, three border, anterior, posterior, inferior, and surface. Features: each lungs is conical in shape. Right, this is a conical in shape. You will see the shape. This is the conical in shape, right? Conical like, and having upper end is known as apex. This portion is known as apex. This is the base, which resting on diaphragm, both sided, which resting on diaphragm, right? And three border. This one is the anterior border. This is the posterior border, right? And this is the inferior border, right? So lungs having the three border, one base, one apex, and two surfaces. First surface is known as costal surface, which occur in costal side, means anterior side. This is the costal surface, right? So having two surfaces. First one is the costal surface. First one is this is the costal surface. Anterior surface known as costal surface. This is the costal surface, right? Because of the costal cartilage is there, right? And second is the medial surface. This is the medial surface. It lies medially, and medial surface is divided into two parts. Side is known as mediastinal part, and in posterior side, because of relation of the vertebra, so is known as vertebral part. Which means two surfaces. First one is the costal, second is the medial, and medial surface. This one is the medial surface, and its medial surface is divided into two part. In front of the behind the sternum is known as mediastinal part, and uh, anterior but and posterior is known as vertebral part. So two surfaces. Lungs having two surfaces. First is the costal surface. This surface is known as costal surface, both sides, and medial surface. This medial surface is divided into two parts. In behind the sternum is known as mediastinal part, and in front of the vertebra is known as vertebral part, right? So now this is the apex. Apex is blunt in shape. Apex is blunt and lies above the level of the anterior end of the first rib, right? So apex, it is a blunt and lies above the level of anterior end of the first rib. It reaches nearly 2.5 cm above the medial one-third of the clavicle and just middle to the supraclavicular fossa, right? It is covered by the cervical pleura and by the suprapleural membrane. It is in medial side grouped by the subclavian artery or anteriorly. So we will see. This is the part of the. This part is known as, which occupies 2.5 cm above the middle one-third of the clavicle, just middle to the supraclavicular fossa, and anterior to the first rib is known as apex. So this apex is related to the covered with the cervical pleura. This covering is known as cervical pleura and suprapleural membrane, right? Suprapleural membrane, and its middle side a groove by the subclavian groove, right? So this is the subclavian groove. Okay. Base is semilunar and concave, right? It rests on the diaphragm. So this portion is known as base. It rests on the diaphragm and which separate the right lung from the right lobe of the liver and the left lung from the left lobe of the liver and fundus of stomach and spleen. So this area is known as base, and this base is related to the right side by the right lobe of the liver and left side by the left lobe of liver, fundus of stomach and spleen. This area is related to fundus of stomach, spleen. Anterior border. This is the anterior border. So in right side it is a vertical, right? And left side having the notch is known as cardiac notch, right? So cardiac notch, it is situated at the level of fourth costal cartilage, right? The cardiac notch, this portion is situated T4 level of vertebra, and covered, and this portion is not covered by the pericardium, right? So this is a anterior border. And now we will see in the posterior border. Thick and ill-defined. This is a thick and ill-defined. It corresponds to the medial margin of the head of the ribs, right? Medial margin of the head of ribs, and extend the level of the 7th cervical vertebral plane, and it is extended C7 to T10. C7 to T10. Right? Inferior border. The inferior border is separate the base from the costal and medial surface. So inferior border is responsible for the separation of the base from the costal and medial surfaces, right? So now surfaces. Costal surface. Costal surface is a large and convex. It is contact with the costal pleura and overlying the thoracic wall. Medial surface is divided into posterior or vertebral part and anterior or mediastinal part. The posterior part is related to the vertebral body, intervertebral discs, and posterior intercostal vessels and splenic nerve, right? And the anterior or mediastinal part is related to the mediastinal septum, okay, having the impression of the cardiac and hilum, number of other impression which differ on the two sides, right? So this is a surface. Now we will see in relation of the mediastinal surface of the right lung. So right lung, right side having the right atrium and auricle. Inferior vena cava, right? Lower part of the right bronchocephalic vein. This is the right bronchocephalic vein, and azygous vein, esophagus. This is a esophagus, and trachea, right vagus nerve and right phrenic nerve. This is the mediastinal surface of right lung, right? And mediastinal surface of the left lung. So left lung is having the left ventricle and left auricle, infundibulum and an adjoining part of the right ventricle, pulmonary trunk, right? And arch of aorta, descending thoracic aorta. This is the descending thoracic aorta. Left subclavian artery, left common carotid artery, thoracic duct, esophagus, left phrenic nerve, left ventricle, esophagus, superior pulmonary vein and pulmonary trunk, and inferior pulmonary vein, left principal bronchus. These structures are which are related to the left lung with the mediastinum, right? So now we will see the fissures and lobes. So lungs having two fissures in right lungs and one fissure is left lung. Now this portion is called lingual. So right lung divided into three lobes: upper, medial and lower. By the horizontal fissure, this is the horizontal and this is the oblique fissure. Lungs is divided into, right lung divided into upper, middle portion, and this is the lower portion. And left lung is divided into two parts due to the oblique fissure, upper and this one is the lower, right? And this area is known as tongue shape and is known as lingula. This is the lingula which occur in left side of the lung, right? So now root of the lung. Root of the lung is a short broad pedicle which connect the medial surface of the lung to the mediastinum, and it is formed by the structure which enter or comes out of the lung at the hilum. Situation, we will see the situation. So it's situated into the 5th, 6th, 7th thoracic vertebra, right? So this is a root of the lung, right? It is a peduncular in structure. We will see. This is a peduncle-like structure. Content of the root is made of the following structure. This is the bronchus, hypotorial bronchus, and this is the bronchus. This is a bronchus, and pulmonary artery, both-sided pulmonary artery, superior inferior pulmonary vein, superior inferior pulmonary vein, lymph vessels and lymph nodes, bronchial vessels, posterior pulmonary. So contain principal bronchus on the left side and equatorial and hypotorial bronchi on the right side. One pulmonary artery, two pulmonary veins, superior and inferior, bronchial artery, one on the right side and two on the left side, bronchial vein and anterior and posterior pulmonary plexus of nerve and lymphatics of the lungs, bronchopulmonary lymph node and areolar tissue. Relation of the root anterior, common on the two-sided phrenic nerve, pericardiophrenic vessels, anterior pulmonary vein, and on right side superior vena cava, a part of the right atrium, and posteriorly, which common on two sides is vagus nerve, posterior pulmonary plexus, on left side descending thoracic aorta, and superiorly it is related to the terminal part of a gyrus vein and left side arch of aorta and inferiorly pulmonary ligament, right? So now we will see the blood supply. So lungs is supplied by the mainly bronchial artery, right? And on right side there is a one bronchial artery which arises from the third right posterior intercostal artery, and on the left side there are two bronchial arteries, both of which arise from the descending thoracic aorta and the upper opposite fifth thoracic vertebra and the lower just below the left bronchus. So venous drainage, to deoxygenated blood drained by the bronchial vein, left bronchial vein drained azygous vein and left bronchial vein drained hemiazygous vein. So the greater part of the venous blood drained by the pulmonary vein, right? So this is a blood supply. Each part of the lungs are having own supply, right? So mainly the pulmonary artery and pulmonary vein. Okay. Now lymphatic drainage. So there are two set of lymphatic. Both are drained into the bronchopulmonary nodes. First is the superficial node and second is the deep lymphatic. The superficial vessels drain into peripheral lung tissue and deep lymphatic drain the bronchial tree, pulmonary vessels and connective tissue. Right. So this is the node. This is a lymph node. Superior trachobronchial nodes, inferior tracheobronchial nodes, and paratracheal nodes. Right. So this is found around the bronchial tree. And now nerve supply. The nerve supply, lungs is supplied by the both parasympathetic, which derive from the vagus nerve, and sympathetic, which derive from the 7th to 5th sympathetic ganglion. So what is the role of the parasympathetic nerve? It is a motor nerve and supply the bronchial muscles and stimulate and cause the bronchospasm, right? And secretory motor to the mucous gland to the bronchial tree and secrete the mucous gland of the bronchial tree. Sensory fibers are responsible for the stretch reflexes of the lungs and for the cough reflexes. So now the role of the sympathetic nerve are derived from the 2nd to 5th sympathetic ganglion, and these are the inhibitory to the smooth muscles and gland of the bronchial tree. So parasympathetic is stimulate the muscles and gland, and sympathetic is the inhibit the muscles and gland. And we'll see in diagram. This is a right vagus nerve, anterior pulmonary plexus, left recurrent nerve, left vagus nerve, ligamentum arteriosum and sympathetic trunk, posterior pulmonary plexus and esophagus plexus. So these are the ganglion and nerve supply of the lungs, right? So now, what is a bronchial tree? So the trachea divided at the level of lower border of fourth thoracic vertebra into two principal bronchus. This is a bronchial tree. T4 vertebra. The trachea is divided into two parts, right and left. So right principal bronchus. This is a right side, right principal bronchus, and this is the left side. Right principal bronchus is 2.5 centimeter long, shorter, wider, and more in line with the trachea, right? And left principal bronchus, this side is the left principal bronchus is longer, 5 centimeter long, narrow, and more oblique than the right bronchus, right? And each principal bronchus enter into the lungs. These are the three lower bronchi on right side, 1, 2, and 3. Three lower bronchi in right side and two lower bronchi in left side, right? And after that, the division is known as tertiary division, a segmental bronchi on each bronchopulmonary segment, which having 10 on right side and 10 on left side. So segmental bronchi are divided into separately 10 right side and 10 left side. And after that, small branches further divide into small branches is called terminal bronchioles, and this is known as respiratory bronchioles. So now we will see in another diagram. Bronchus, yeah, principal bronchus is further divided into two divisions, right? And then again secondary bronchus and tertiary bronchus divided into small branches, each 10 in number, and this is further divided into small bronchioles is known as terminal bronchioles, and terminal bronchioles is divided into respiratory bronchioles, right? And finally alveolar sac. So a small unit of the respiratory tract is the alveolar sac, where the exchange of the gases takes place, right? Gases of exchanges takes place by the alveolar sac. Now, so these are the well-defined anatomical function and surgical sector of the lungs. So now we will see. This is the right side. This one is the right side. This one is the left side. So left side is more longer and narrow than the right side. The right side is further divided into three parts: 1, 2, and 3, and left side divided into two parts, right? And this one is the further divided into 10 segmental branches. So now we will see on the number of. So this is the upper segment, this is the middle, and this is the lower. In right side divided into three parts: upper, middle, and this one is the lower. Here it divided into two parts: upper and lower. So upper part having three segmental branches. First is known as apical, second is the posterior, and third is the anterior. In same nomenclature in the left side, first is known as apical, second is the posterior, and third is the anterior. Now we will see the fourth and fifth is a part of the fourth and fifth is the part of the middle lobe and having two segment. Fourth is known as lateral segment and five is the known as medial segment. Now you see in left side, fourth is known as superior lingular and 5 is known as inferior lingular. So this is the only difference in middle lobe. 6, number of 6 is known as superior. This one is known as 7 is known as medial basal, 8 is known as anterior basal, 9 is known as lateral basal, and 10 is known as posterior basal. So in the same name on left sided, 6 is known as superior, 7 is known as medial basal, 8 is known as anterior basal, 9 is known as lateral basal, and 10 is known as posterior basals. So this is a segment and lobe of the bronchial tree and as well as lungs. So there are 10 segments on the right side and 10 segments on the left side. This is the part of the pulmonary unit where the gases exchange takes place, right? This is a segment, right lobe and left lobe. So this is the segment. 1, 2, 3 is the part of the upper lobe. 4 and 5. This part is upper lobe. It divided by horizontal fissure. This is divided by oblique fissure. So the upper portion is known as upper lobe, having the 3 segments: apical, posterior, and anterior, right? And middle lobe is divided into two parts. Lateral, this is in the lateral, this is in the middle, and lower lobe is divided into four parts. Upper part is known as superior, right? And medial basal, it is a anterior basal, lateral basal, and posterior basal, right? So here is the also divided the lungs to the longitudinal, also through the oblique fissure by two parts, upper and lower. Upper is divided into upper division and lower division. This is a upper division and this is a lower division. So upper division, this one is the apical, this is known as the anterior, this is the posterior, and lower division, this is known as superior lingular, this is known as inferior lingular because of the lingular is there. And in lower this is a superior, this is the posterior, this is a lateral, and this is the middle, right? So this is the segment. Now, clinical anatomy. So, knowledge of the detailed anatomy of the bronchial tree helped considerably in segmental resection and visualizing the interior of the bronchi through an instrument passed through the mouth and trachea. Carina. What is a carina? Carina, it is a keel of the trachea is sensitive area when the patient is made to lie on his left side, and secretion from the right bronchial tree flow toward the carina due to the effect of gravity. So second disease is that tuberculosis. So tuberculosis of lung is the most commonest disease, right? A complete course of treatment must be taken under the guidance of the physician. Second is the bronchial asthma. Bronchial asthma is the common disease of the respiratory system, and it occurs due to the bronchospasm of the smooth muscles in the wall of the bronchioles. And a smooth muscle in the wall of bronchioles, the patient feel difficulties in breathing during expiration and accompanied by the wheezing sound, right? So it is a bronchial asthma. Second is the auscultation of the lungs. You can auscultate lungs above the fourth rib on both sides, and lower lobe are the best heard on the back. Middle lobe is auscultated between the fourth to sixth rib on the right side, right? And apical segment. The apical segment of the lower lobe is the most dependent bronchopulmonary segment in supine position because foreign body are likely to be enlarged there. So this is a clinical anatomy. So common diseases is bronchial asthma, tuberculosis, right? And knowledge of the detailed anatomy is very essential for the segmental resection and visualizing the interior of the bronchi. In second lecture.